Yes, today we are going to discuss about form layout. See, say for example, guys, here if I go to any user form or incident change problem or anything, you see, if I go to incident form, if I click on all, there. If I click on all, I am getting the list of incidents which are created in my instance. Correct. So here there are about 155 incidents in my instance. Okay. So how if you open any single record, like this is called form view, FORMVIEW. Form view and list view. If you open even a new record also, that is called form view, FORMVIEW. So this is how. Then what is the difference between in the list? You will be able to see all the list of incidents which are raised in our instance. If you open a form view, that will be only single records data. See, you can see the color, category, configuration item, short description, everything in a form view. Okay. So here you can see number, caller, state, company, and updated. 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In ServiceNow, every list view or a form view will be saved in the database. So in the every application will have a database, right? Even on your phone also, if you go save your contact, video, or anything, it will get stored in your internal storage. Correct. In the same way, but if you enter some data or this data, if you enter something like Samsung, Samantha, residential address description, and save the record, it will go in and save in the database. You understand my point, Hemasudha and Rajeshri?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if that is the case, so here you need to understand every single application. Incident is a application, and user table is a application, groups is a application. Like means every application will get stored in one table. Table will have label name and a database name. That means whatever you see, that is called. See, incidents is a label. The backend database name I will show you. Right click on this, go to configure and a table. So name, see, label is uppercase I, name is lowercase I, incident. In the same way, if you go to user administration users, so you can see the label is users. Right click on the physician, go to configure and table. See, label is user, name is sys_user. Understand? Label is user, name is sys_user. So this is how you need to identify the backend database name. Any confusion on label and name?
Sir, one question here. In the left navigation, we need to verify through label name or data.
I didn't get your question. Please can we?
In the left navigation, if you go to ServiceNow homepage,
Left side navigation.
Suppose I want to go to users. I
You,
need to search through label name or database name.
no, you need to search with the label name.
Label name, okay.
So when you will be able to when you will use this database name is when you are writing code and using the configuration. See, when you are not doing some configurations, you will be the backend database names will be used. Okay, going forward, you will be able to understand in some time, in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So if you go to groups form also, see, group table is there, label is group, name is sys_user_group. This is backend database name. So if I go to users form, see here I have called user ID name. No, incident form. I'll go to incident. Number, caller, state, company, updated. See here I have 5 columns. if I want only 3 columns on my list view, what I can do is I can go to this icon, and I can remove this company and update it. This pop-up will be called as slush bucket, SLUSH bucket, slush bucket. Okay, this is available and this is selected. All the available fields will be in the back end of the form. All the selected fields will be in the on the form. That means on the you can view this number, color, and state. See, only 3 columns. See, only 3 columns are. So this is, you can see this, the name is update personalized list. Update personalized list. That means update personalized list means update personalized list means what? See, say for example, you and Hemasudha, that means Rajashri and Hemasudha are having iPhone 14. Say for example, iPhone 14. Okay, if that is the case, you have Hemasudha is having Amazon icon on third page of the Apple phone, and same Amazon icon Hemasudha is having on first page, home page. So what Hemasudha has done is she has moved her icon from Amazon icon from home page to first page. So did that reflect in Rajeshri's phone also?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, right? So that is everyone's personalized view. In the same way, here also, you can see system administrator's personalized view. Now what I'll do is, for your understanding, I'll go to user administration, users, and I think Hema is there. See, if I go to incident forms, I use all. See here, number, open, short description. So this is Hema Sudhar's personalized view, guys. She can also change her own personalized view. See, she has got all these columns. No, I don't want updated. I want updated. I don't want this opened by. I don't want this category. Something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. 3 and 4, 7. Okay. See, you can see only 7 columns now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But my personalized list view also you can see. See, this is my personal system administrator is my name. I have only 3 columns. So now you understand all in our example, SBI has got about 2 lakh employees, right? All 2 lakh employees will have their own personalized views if they are logged in. Any confusion on this one?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now, if I am going to new form, if client, that means, okay, on Amazon side, you have changed your icon on your phones. That is your personalized view. That is fine. But after opening the Amazon app on your phone, if you see Samsung television has got an offer and they are selling it for 2,000 rupees, Samsung television. So is that applicable for Hema and Rajeshri both, or only for Hemasudha?
Yes, for both, sir.
For both, right? So that means who is changing that? Amazon application administrator is changing that price on the server, correct?
Yes, sir.
The same way here also, if project manager or client is asking you to change this layout, that means no, client will ask you, no, I want this assigned to below to assignment group. Then what you will do is right click on the header, go to configure. Configure option will only be available for administrator. ServiceNow admin, whoever is having a role called admin, they will only be having configure option. See, if I go to Semasuda's profile and if I open this, any new record or existing record, if I right click on that, so okay, I think Hemasuda is also having admin role, correct? Hemasuda, I have created your profile and added admin role, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's the reason why you are also having admin role. So what I'll do is, I will go to user form now. Okay, Alekia, I will go to Alekia's, okay, I'll go to Chaitanya's profile now. I'll check whether Chaitanya is having admin role or not. Yes, he is also having admin role, but still I will remove this admin role from his profile. I will remove and save the record. Close it. And I will add a password for Chaitanya here. Chaitanya. Okay, now what I'll do is I will again create one more incognito window. Okay, Chaitanya. I will log into this. Arey yaar. Okay, Hemasuda's profile. Now, what I will do, I log out from Hemasuda's profile. CHAITA and Chaitanya password. So, okay, so now what we were discussing, yes. So if I go to incident form, incident, I'll create one incident, guys. Give me a second. See, on the incident form, right click on the header. Are you able to see configure option here?
No.
No, right? So what I'll do now is I will open Alekia's profile now. Alekia. I will add a ITIL role to her. I will remove this admin role and add ITIL role. Add ITIL role. Close it and update. So what I need to do is Alekia, right? Alekia, for Alekia also I'll change the password now.
Good morning, sir. Is this 9:30 class, right?
No. You please join after no at 9:35 or 9:40, or else you can continue also. It's up to you.
Okay.
Alekia. So I am logging in with Alekia now. Log out. Alekia. See here, if you go to incidents, create new. Right click on the head. Are you able to see configure option? ITIL user, I have shown you ESS, ITIL both. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So Hemasuda and Rajesh, I think you both know about what is ESS, ITIL and admin, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. So now I have shown you what is incident. See, only as a ServiceNow administrator, I have a admin role, right? So that's the reason why I'm able to see configure option. So if your client or a project manager asking you to move this assigned to from here to under assignment group, right click on the header, go to configure and form layout. If you see form layout, then you will be able to see all these options. You will go to form layout. You will go to form layout, and in the form layout, what you can see do is assign to is there. You can move up to where below to assignment group and save the record. See, now you have assigned. This change will be applicable for all 2 lakh employees, guys. See, if you go to again back to this Alekia and reload the form, earlier it was here. If you reload the form, see in the Alekia's form also this is changed. Are you able to understand what I am doing?
Yes, sir.
So what did you understand from this scenario? If you do anything from configure option, whatever or if you do anything on these options, that will be applicable for all the users who are using ServiceNow. But in the list view, if you do something, that is only personalized view, that is up to you only. Okay. Right. Now, if in the ServiceNow there are n number of types, field types, that is caller. If you see any magnifying glass, that is called as a reference field. In other tools, we will call it as in Google, Gmail, Amazon, we will call it as search field. But here we will call it as a reference field. Why? Because if you select this magnifying glass, it is routing you to users table. That is, it is referring to users table. And now if you go to assignment group, here if you click on it, it is routing you to groups form. Okay, assigned to, if you again, it is routing to user form. If you click on configuration item, it is routing you to configuration items table. So wherever you see this magnifying glass, that is called reference field. Reference field. Sorry, guys. So here, whenever you see this drop down kind of thing, other applications we will call it as drop down. But in ServiceNow, we will call it as choice list, CHOICE list. Why? Because these are all called choices and it is looking like a list. So that's the reason why we will call it as list view. And this is called a date field. Date type is that field type is date. Field type is choice list. Field type is reference field. Okay. So if you, in the short description, if you are able to enter alphabets, numerics, special characters, anything, that is called string, string type of the field. Other application we will call it as text field, text, TEXT. And this is called tabs, TABS and other applications. But here in ServiceNow, we will call them as sections, SCCTIONS, sections. Okay. And this is called, in other applications, we will call them as true or yes or no. If you check this box, that is yes. If you uncheck this box, that is no. Okay. In ServiceNow, we will call them as true or false. If you check this box, that is true. Uncheck this box, that is false. Okay. So this is all about form layout, guys. Form layout. See, magnifying glass in ServiceNow, we will call it as a reference field. In other applications, we will call it as search field. Drop down, we will call it as search choice list. In our ServiceNow, text field, we will call it as a string. Checkbox, we will call it as a true or false. Tabs, we will call it as section. Any confusion on this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So next, what I'm trying to do is, if anybody, if somebody asks you to create a new field on this, under priority, they want you to create a new field called date of joining. Date of joining. How will you create it? Right click on the header, go to configure and form layout. Form layout. Now, if you go to form layout, again it will be called as, see, all these fields will be in the back end of the form. All these fields will be in the front end of the form. That means they are visible on the form. See, if you want, I will show you. See, number, caller, category, subcategory. You can see number, caller, category, subcategory. All these are available. If you want this back end fields to be visible on the form, yes, you can move them to, see, correlation ID is a field. You want it under the caller field. Yes, you can move it and save it. And immediately that correlation ID field will be available on the form. If you don't want this the residential address field on the form, you can move it back to available list. See, I don't want this residential address field on the form, so I can remove it. That means you can move it to available and save the record. Now your residential field will not be available on the form. Okay. So now, your client asked you to create, date of joining field under the priority. So right click on the field, go to configure and form layout. See, and here under the slush bucket, you have an option called create new field. Here you can create a new field called date of joining, and the type is date field, right? Date. See, date I have selected and added. See, that date of joining is added here. Where you want that field under the assigned to, you can move it to up to under the assigned to field and save the record. Close it. See, where is my date of joining? Oh, here. So it is here. Now I want to move it to priority. No. Right click on the header, go to configure and form layout. Date of joining, right? So where is my date of joining? Date of joining is here. I want that here under the priority. Save it. Okay, see, now you can see the date of joining. So here now I want to create one more section. Okay, how to create that section? Section name is SBI info. Section name is info SBI information. So right click on the header, go to configure and form layout. Okay. So beside this create new field section, there is an option to create a new section. If you go to the bottom, click on create new, and it is asking you to enter the name of the section, SBI information. Okay. And click on OK. Okay. Now section is created, but there are no fields in this section. Save the record. No fields in this section. See, SBI information. No fields are there in the section. So I will create some fields in this section now. Right click on the header, go to configure and form layout. So wherever you want, you can select if you want to see SBI information section is created. So if you want to move any fields from the available list to this SBI information section, yes, you can move it. So you want this caused by change a field on this section, yes, you can move. You can, if you want a channel is there. If you want channel, I put the channel here. And if you want any other field to be created, yes, again come back. I want to create a new field called bank employee. Employee is the field which I am trying to create. Type is a reference. Type is reference. Where is the reference field? MNOPQRS. See, reference field. And a table, what it is asking which table you wanted to refer. See, here on the incident form, you are referring to user table, right? You are getting all the 143 users here listed. In the same way, I want this field to refer the user form. So what I need to do? I need to type user form here. If you go to the bottom, no PQRSTU, right? See, sys_user important and IMP underscore. Which table I need to select, guys? Hemasudha and Rajeshri.
sys_user.
Correct. So I am selecting sys_user and I am adding it. So that employee field is added here. Now I am saving the record here. Close it. So if you go to the section SBI information, employee is there, channel is there. So if you select this magnifying glass, now it is routing you to users table. If you want to identify the users table, here also in the URL bar also, you can check that is sys_user. Any confusion on this?
No, sir.
Okay. So now
No,
I
sir.
am trying to, I have created one reference field. I have created one date field also here, date of join. Here now I am trying to create one choice list. So how to create that choice list? Stay choice list is okay. Okay, I will create a choice list called state and a district. State is nothing but Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. States will be there and the districts also will be there. Okay. So now right click on the header, go to configure and form layout. Okay. Here I want to select a state choice list. Indian states, something like Indian states. And the type is choice. See, choice. So where I want to have that in which section I want to have this field? SBI information section. So I will add. Okay. I will add one more field called district, DISTRICTS. District. This is also a choice. Add it. See. Close it. See, here also I have created choices, but I have not created choices. I've created choice list, but not created the choices yet. Okay. Parimala is joined. Alekya is joined. Sanjay is joined. Okay. Guys, we'll start we'll continue the class for the next topic in 3 or 4 minutes. Please wait. Okay. Now, Indian states. See, here you can see not only tables case, not only table will have the label and the name. Even fields also will have the label and name. If your number is a label, if you right click, database name is lowercase number. Sorry. So caller is a label, right click on the field, caller underscore ID is a backend database name of this caller field. If you go to item, right click on the field, CMDB underscore CI is the backend database name of this configuration. If you go to short description, short underscore description is the backend database. You need to remember. In the same way, even your Indian states employee districts will also have the backend database name. See, right click on the field, U underscore employee is the backend database name of the field. So wherever you see, where category, you don't have U underscore here fixed to category. Assignment group, you don't have the U underscore prefixed to this assignment underscore group. But employee is having U underscore, Indian states is having U underscore, and the districts is also having U underscore. You can see. Correct. So what does it mean? If you don't have a U underscore prefixed on field, that means that is a system created field. Field, and that means that is user created, that is administrator created field. Understand, Hemasudha and Rajeshri? That is how you make the difference. If you see the prefix before the field name, that is user created, that is administrator created field. If you don't find any system created field, Guys, if you're not getting, please go on mute. Sorry. What is your question? Sudha and Rajeshri, did you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is how you need to identify the difference between system created field and administrator created field. Okay. Now, so Indian states is having label name and backend database name. In the same way, this category is also having lowercase category. This is system created. That means labeled. Then what about these choices? Even so, these choices will also have label and a database name. But for choices, the database name will be called as value. That is the difference here. Field name will be having label and backend database name, but the choices will be having label and value. That is what you need to remember. Okay. Right. Sorry. All joined, guys. I think yes. No, I don't. Okay, only 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so Indian states. Here I am adding some values. Right click on the field. Go to configure dictionary. Go to configure dictionary. Okay, go to the bottom. Choices. Click on new. Click on new. Now label. Label is what I am trying to do. I am Telangana. 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 I told you, right? Value also we need to update. Value can be anything. Alphabets, numerics, alphanumerics, anything. I'll put a lowercase Telangana. I will put it here. This is alphabets. For Andhra Pradesh, I will write. See, choice created for Telangana. Label and value. New. I am creating for I get one more choice as a Andhra Pradesh. Andhra ANDH Andhra Pradesh. Value is 1, 2, 3. I can put anything. Okay, click on new. Okay, now Tamil Nadu, TAMILNAD, Tamil Nadu, ABC 456. Submit. I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll tell you guys. Don't try to practice it as it is. But yeah. So Indian states, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. Understand? So this is your class for today. For guys, can you join? Can you rejoin? I will start the session one more time. Guys, everybody, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We have to log out and relog in.
Yeah. And Rajeshri, you also please rejoin.
Okay,
For
sir.
everyone, sir.
Rajeshri, everybody rejoin, relog in.
Okay.